All right, I'm back again. This probably is my 45th or 46th little video, but I thought of something today that I thought it could be interesting to, to you guys as time goes by. As you know, I belong to several organizations and several. I did several things in the church, etc. I would like to go through, kind of explain the ones that I joined and what I did when I was with that particular organization. It all started out after we first got married in Rockford, Illinois, and I belonged to the Junior Chamber of Commerce. With the Junior Chamber, I did several things, but I think the one I'm the most proud of is I started a flag football league. Now, this was the whole league. I got guys that would contact kids from different schools and set up a league. Part of the things that we set up was that the kids had to wear a helmet. I was always afraid of kids getting hit in the head, and I figured with flag football there's no tackling involved, etc. But they could actually get hit in the head, and this could have caused problems. So we started off the league with all the kids wearing a helmet plus their flags, and the league took off. We started, I think, with four teams. When I left Peoria, there was 12 teams, and I think it has grown since. But it started off small, and I don't know what it is now, but I was wondering if the league is still involved. When I was in Rockford, I was on television a couple of times. One for asking for money, because I was also head of the. I forgot. They gave me a fancy title, like it was. I don't know. I can't remember now the title now, but it was kind of fancy. I was trying to make sure that the people got to know about the Junior Chamber of Commerce in Illinois and what we did. So there was a title that went with it at the time, and I can't remember what it was. And I did that. Now, when I left Rockford and went down to Peoria, I didn't get back into the Chamber of Commerce, but I did join our parish council and was elected. I was elected president. I was the youngest president that the parish had at the time. That was Holy Family Parish. Now, Holy Family was kind of a unique Catholic school. They charged no tuition for the kids that went there, but what I tried to do was that each family, and they had kids in school, to donate at least $8 a week. Now, we had one family that had, I think, 11 kids, and I know they couldn't afford to. At that time, they maybe had even 6 or 8 in school, so they couldn't afford that amount of money a week. So I went out to the farmers who were on the outskirts, because we were kind of the outskirts of Peoria, and there was farms that were just north of us, quite a few rich farmers. So I went and talked to them and asked if they would be willing to sponsor a kid for $8 a week. And I got quite a few response. So basically, they had no no problems to go to school. Everybody was there. They were making a little money. I also set up. I had a neighbor that played the organ. Talked to him, and he volunteered to play the organ whenever they needed it. Of course, we lived right across the street from the church, so it was weddings or funerals. They just call him up, and he'd just cross the street and play the organ. He just loved to play the organ, he said. And I had a couple of ladies that were willing to. This is all donated. I had a couple of ladies that were willing to be cantors and do the singing, and it was all free. So that's kind of basically what I did in Peoria. I also played a lot of softball. I enjoyed playing baseball in Peoria, but that's I could hit, but I always had trouble running ever since I broke my foot in football. But so a lot of times I would do the hitting and have one of the kids, Don or Bob or one of the kids, run for me. And that seemed to work out okay. But that's just a little of my sports thing. Then we moved to Southern California, and I did a lot of things here. Of course, we lived here 40 years. I became a professional estimator, and after becoming a professional estimator, I became a member of the American Association of Estimators in Southern California. I was president of that. I did a lot of work with those, and also at the time I belonged to the Professional Engineering Society, but I just was a member there. I didn't really do any work with them. As I got a little bit older, I ran for the Paris consul at the at St. Bonaventure's, and actually became a member of the Paris consul for St. Bonaventure. I was there for four years, and I kind of enjoyed that. It was a little different. I got to know the workings of the church, etc. And then after that, I decided that I should do something, and mother was asked after me to go to the hospital. Well, I don't like hospitals. I never did. I've always had trouble with hospitals. When I was younger, I had my appendix out, and I think I told you that story, and my side opened up, and I was draining for 6 months. And I just hated to even think about going to hospitals. So ever since then, I never liked hospitals. So I wasn't going to go work at the hospital. But then Mom says, well, they got a gift shop. She hit a nerve, because I remember working in the store. I liked to talk to people, and they came in, etc., etc. So I says, okay. So I volunteered for working with the Silver Anchor Group at Huntington Beach Hospital as a gift shop worker, and that's what I do. Also, I became involved with the church. I stayed involved with the church. I'm doing stewardship. I'm on the stewardship panel, and to try to help to get people interested in a lot of things, like in prayer and using some of their talents, and of course getting some bucks. And the last thing I've joined organization was I joined the Hope Office at the church. Mother works there also as a check-in person who makes sure that all the paperwork is done right. I started working in the back of the Hope Office, just getting food ready, etc. And they said we need somebody to pick up food, and it's it's a one shot, one day shot, just like volunteering at the Hope Office, and that's what I do. I pick up food at the Albertsons, mostly bread and cakes and things like this, and I pick that all up and I deliver them over to a complex that has seniors there that are living on fixed incomes in kind of a poor area of Huntington Beach, where, like I say, there's a lot of people there that need things. So I bring them over anywhere from 40 to 110 pieces of bakery, whether it be buns or cakes or pies or whatever Albertsons gives to me, I take over there. And that's what I've been doing now for the last few years. But I thought I'd bring that up. This, if you're ever curious to know of what I do and or what I did in my spare time, I don't know if it's worth anything, but it's recording. If I think of anything else, guys, I'll bring it up.